私の声が聞こえますか？そう、こちらです。
Picture this. It's 1988, and Dragon Quest III just hit the shelves in Japan. At this time, RPGs were simpler, more straightforward, a hero on a journey, a world to save, and townspeople who were happy to give you a piece of their mind. Now fast forward to today, as Dragon Quest III is back, only this time it's wrapped in stunning HD-2D graphics, and with some modern updates that bring new life into this beloved classic. And I'm sure you're wondering, is this just a nostalgic walk down memory lane, or is it worth jumping into? Well, let's dive in and find out. As some of you know, Square Enix has used their HD-2D engine to transform the look of Dragon Quest III entirely. The art style here is now breathtaking, a blend of pixel art and 3D environments that feel like a vivid storybook come to life. And this of course isn't just a reskin, it's a full visual reimagining. We finally have detailed characters and enemy sprites with an old school vibe, all set against beautiful 3D backdrops that bring depth and dimension to the world in a way that Famicom originals never could. With dynamic lighting and 3D effects, Square has managed to retain the nostalgic factor, all while making the game look even more alive than ever. However, the only drawback here is the technical side. The Switch, of course, and unfortunately, as it struggles a bit with performance, especially in villages and towns, and although this is not game breaking, it is a minor letdown if your only option is the Switch. But if you're playing this on any other console, the game should run smooth. Now, in terms of gameplay, Dragon Quest III has always represented a more pure RPG experience, and this remake stays true to these roots. So if you're a fan of old school RPG mechanics, this will feel like a trip back in time, with party building, turn-based combat, and a simple but strategic class system that offers a bit of flexibility. You'll create a team, assign classes, and you can even reclass members later on, giving some replay value to those who like to experiment with different party setups. And the combat encounters in this game are random and frequent, and while you can take control manually, the game also allows you to set AI presence for grinding sessions, which comes handy for those who prefer a faster pace in non-boss fights. And speaking of combat, the battle mechanics are straightforward, with a turn-based system that does not try to complicate things. This simplicity might feel a little dated for some, but it's also part of the game's charm. And you'll be facing off against quirky enemies with names like Crabber Dabber Doo, which has a touch of humor and personality that always sets the Dragon Quest apart. And these details make exploring the world feel lighthearted despite the simplistic plot. Now, while Dragon Quest III's story won't knock you out with its complexity, as it's pretty classic stuff, a hero on a quest to save the world from an evil Dark Lord. But what it lacks in narrative depth, it makes up in atmosphere. The villages are filled with friendly, familiar faces, and there's an inviting charm that feels like coming home. There's comfort and simplicity here, and it feels perfectly complemented by the soundtrack, which is rich and varied and adds a cozy, whimsical layer to your adventure. And thankfully, Square Enix has also introduced some quality of life updates here. Things like battle speed options, auto-saving, and clear map markers that make navigating the world much easier, especially for those new to the series. And they've also introduced new content inspired by later entries in the series, like the Monster Arena and the Monster Wrangler class, which makes this version the most feature-rich release to date. So for me, Dragon Quest III HD-2D Remake is an 8 out of 10. It's a beautiful homage to a genre-defining RPG. And I understand it may feel simple to those used to modern RPGs with complex systems, but its purity and charm are timeless. And despite some performance hiccups on the Switch, this remake strikes a nearly perfect balance between nostalgia and modernity. And whether you're a longtime fan or completely new to Dragon Quest, this is a game I can easily recommend to you. If you've played it, did you like it? Would you recommend it? Let us know in the comments. Thank you for watching till the end. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a great day.